Yeah, I think I can do that. DM allowing.
Sure.
Oh my god, I love that. Um,
So it is the next day. You're all up. I didn't bother to go through your characters and reset them. I reset the camels, so they're at full hit points. If you want to put your characters at full hit points, go ahead because you're rested. You got a bunch of dead scorpions.
So we're gonna reset our spells, even though it
That's
was in the
fine.
middle of the rest.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, I got to figure out how to do that.
There should be a long rest button. I
I'm
think as
looking for a
long
long
as
rest
you,
button.
well, that's a fair point, but we'll say yes for now. I'm just kind of curious to see if they did change that in any way, shape, or form versus the other one. I don't think they did. And I just looked at it the last time I was here.
Anybody know
Uh,
where this long rest button is?
I
um,
are probably
I'm
not because
looking
no
for.
one else is using the darn thing.
Yeah,
Man,
I can't use the character sheet in game yet, so
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah, I
saying. All
can't.
right, let's do it this way. So boop and boop, and I'll find yours in a second.
yeah. I mean, I have to use temporary hit points to show my hit points because it won't let me input my hit points.
There you go.
Oh, that's fun.
Let's get down to
Mm,
here. Hold up. It's probably easier to do it this way. Sure. Oh, these are the spells. I don't want to be that far back. Long rest. So if the rest is interrupted by strenuous activity, which is at least 1 hour of walking, fighting, or casting spells, you must begin it again. I do not think the fight took 1 hour, so you're good.
no, definitely not. It was sub 5 minutes.
Right.
Okay, I
Um,
still don't know where the long rest button is.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's see. Where's your character
I'm
sheet?
just looking for it.
No, it's okay. So if
Oh, I
I,
found it.
there you go. Where the hell is it?
It's on the first page
Yeah,
under actions.
under
oh yeah,
actions.
I see it. Yep.
Now, whether or not the long rest button works, oh, there we go.
Oh wow, it's all right at the bottom under other. Okay, if they want to put it there, that's fine.
It
Cause
didn't
on,
work.
I mean,
well, I'll report it as a bug to the Foundry people.
my sheet still isn't particularly accurate because my constitution should be higher and I have no dexterity.
It's
Because
fine.
can't,
I'm
I
a
can't.
yeah.
But my AC is correct and my initiative rolls are correct, and as long as I remember to add the right modifier for any dexterity saves, it'll be fine. Um,
It's fine. We're kind of doing it manually. I actually was trying. I looked at Demiplane over the weekend because I'm like, oh well, I have a $50 credit. Maybe I should just get the Demiplane thing for this, and then we could put the character sheets in there. And I looked at Demiplane, and it's not ready for 5e, let alone TOV character sheets. Or
oh,
they're still kind of finagling certain things with it. So that's it's all a work in progress for sure.
Yeah, I experimented with Demiplane for Pathfinder, and yeah, it's not ready for prime time.
I found the long rest button
All right.
Does it
at
work for
the
you?
main section of your character sheet. You scroll down to the very bottom of all your actions, and it should be short and long rest there. Oh, and create familiar. Maybe I
Does
should do that.
does long rest work for you?
I'm at full health and spells again.
Your
Oh
full
wait, no,
health
I'm
and what's that?
not spells, but
Not
I'm at
spells.
full.
Yeah, yeah. That didn't reset my spells.
When does luck reset?
I don't think it does.
Oh, okay.
But if you have more than 5, you got to re-roll to see how much you actually have.
Yes. If you don't
And
use it, then yes.
Mhm.
and how does it get used exactly? What do I do with it?
When you make a roll, you could add another 1d4 for 2, like 1d4 for 1 luck, and then another 1d4 for the second one. And if you use 3 luck, you could just re-roll it, but you have to use that roll, I think, from what I recall.
I don't think that's quite it, but I will just double check to make sure my 2 cents is correct.
Yeah.
So
Like, it's been a while since I read up on
that's
luck,
okay.
but I know my character's going to be dealing heavily with luck. Whenever he misses, he gets 2 luck and stuff instead of 1.
So luck's on page 204. So once per turn, if you fail to hit with an attack roll or fail a save, you gain 1 luck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I can award luck if I feel like it, and that's basically what it comes down to. So you can lose luck if you can have a maximum of 5 luck at one time. If you gain more than 5, then you roll a d4, and that's how much luck you have then. So as for spending luck, you can do a 1-for-1 bonus to any check you make. So if you
Okay.
have 4 luck and you spin, I'm just quoting the player's guide. If you have 4 luck and you roll a 13, you can spend 2 luck to make it a 15. So
Okay, so
basically,
2
each
luck.
luck will add 1 to your die roll.
That's my bad. Was
Or,
all of it.
that's okay.
Deep.
I just want to make sure I was remembering it the same as well, so it's all good. Or you can spend 3 luck to basically have advantage. You would re-roll your d20.
Oh, that's what it was. The 3 is the reroll. Okay, cool.
Luck can't stop a critical miss or create a critical hit by adding up to more than 20.
Okay, so if you roll a 1, you can't use your luck to negate that critical miss.
That is correct.
Shit. All right, cool. Well, that's good to know. Thank you.
You're not that lucky.
Nah.
You're lucky, but not that lucky.
Not until I get that other feat. No, I'm just
And
kidding.
by the way, you gain the luck for the failed save after you officially fail the roll. So you can't like fail the save, gain that luck, and use that same luck to then pass the save. If that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you've killed some scorpions, and it's daytime, and you were only a relative short walk from getting out of the mountains. So I presume that's what you're doing. And I think Chef Holmgren was going to try to take some of the scorpion meat.
That's up to everybody else. I'm just talking. If people think that it's edible, then yeah.
There you go. It's up to you guys. I'm not. I mean, you already got a full thing of food that your camels are carrying. If you want to try to do
If
more, I
you want to
suppose you could
carry that,
try.
yes.
I mean, I feel like we, from an RP perspective, might as well.
Oh,
You
okay.
know,
I got long rest working. If you click on it, it pulls up a dialog box, which you have to close your character sheet to see.
Oh,
uh, that's
Ignore that. I'm just clearing out my character level up screen had exclamation points.
there you go. Hold on a second here.
Oh. Hey, that worked, yeah.
Copy link. Here. That is for you. You can watch that later. scorpion and mushroom hot pot monster cuisine from Delicious in Dungeon episode 1.
Yeah, that's the first episode. Yeah, that was a good anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it open on another tab on my screen right
All right. So you head off, right? So you gather your stuff. You head off along the path. As you can kind of see here from where you were fighting now that it was daylight, you can see like there's a stream-ish that you've been following, kind of cut, that kind of made a way that you could walk between the mountainous areas. There's a lot of sand that kind of has been blown in from the desert that kind of lines the east side, and then you have some more hills or mountains behind it, so to speak. So you're kind of walking between these hills and mountains to get through the pass, and after a certain amount of hours, you do get to the edge of the desert, right? So once I get to the right thing to basically read, is that you get to the edge, you see the open expanse of desert, and you see that winding its way through the dunes in a northerly direction is what is clearly a track that is used by caravans or for those who dare to cross the Forbidden Lands, right? Um, though the prints you see in the ground um, are not always that distinct of what exactly they are. There's some combination of men, horses, and camels that have passed through this way. And you see that, some are heading into the desert and some is heading back the way you came. You also see at the edge of where you're at, where the desert starts, and you can also see, from various points off into the distance, um, you see it's a guidepost, and you can see that there is a thin, tall pole that is here. There is a colored cloth that is attached to the top as a banner, and there are silvery bangles that hang just below it, and it reflects the light very well as the breeze hits it, and it moves in the sun. So you can see a number of these posts it's hard to say, maybe every 2 to 3 miles, give or take. Some distance. It's hard to tell with desert. And, they mark a path through the desert, right? That you can see as far as you can see, with your eye. So there is some path here for you to follow going north. Or you can sashay any way you want to sashay if you don't want to follow the path in some way.
I think seeing the trail, Inara's going to kind of confidently step forward. Friends, the way has been made for us. It is just as I predicted. We must follow the trail.
Well, yeah, I think we were going to go to Pazar first on that map, so that is kind of northerly, so we'll see where it goes.
Okay.
Safe will nod at Inara and say, the sword cuts a direct path.
Okay.
Speaking of sword, you have to name the camels.
Oh no! After last time, I'm not so sure how long they'll be sticking around. I'm
Well, that's
worried.
why we have to name them. Otherwise we won't care.
Okay, okay.
What-
Hey, Lord of the Rings had Bill the Mule, so
How about lunch meat and
Oh boy.
name one of them lunch and the other one dinner.
Oh no.
Yeah, I
Wow.
was gonna call them Bill and Hillary, but all right.
Don't you have to call one Joe?
Oh,
uh,
that's
Right? That was the Camel that did for the ads for Camel cigarettes.
Camel Joe.
oh yeah,
That's funny.
that Joe
Yeah,
Camel.
Joe Cool.
Nice.
oh Snoopy and Woodstock. There we go.
That's good.
Snoopy and Woodstock. You got it.
Nice.
Did you? So I can certainly let you guys continue finishing the day of travel, but just to make sure as you go forward, are you going to travel more at night or during the day? How did you like? I know before you were saying it sounded more like you were going to do night travel. I'm just double checking if you're still planning on doing that.
I'll leave that decision up to those who are more sensitive to the heat. Softies.
Yeah, I think I don't know how good or how much of an impact it will have. I know you said early on we're not in like the harshest part of the desert yet, so it's not a
Well,
big deal.
now
But
now you are.
now we are, so
And
we
before
will.
you had water right there, so you really didn't use any
Mhm,
rations to get to this point.
mhm,
But basically, from here, you're basically drinking twice as much water if you
mhm,
do day travel. So you have enough on you to do 9 days of day travel or 18 days of night
mhm.
travel until you have to ask your cleric to potentially conjure up some additional food and or water.
Okay. I'm just trying to see what my. I think it might be worthwhile traveling at night then. I just know on my end I don't have dark vision, so I'm trying to see if I have any little like stuff I could do. Otherwise, I'll probably just grab a torch and I'm down
Well,
to travel at night if everyone's down to travel at night.
as long as we're outside, there's
Got a
probably be
lantern, Rob.
stars.
Oh, that's a good point. The
I
stars will
think
guide us.
I
Yeah,
don't know that.
I've been in the desert. Nighttime in the desert is not dark. It's not light, but it's not dark.
No, but at the same time, you can see a light for a very far distance if someone makes a light.
Exactly
Um,
that too.
Yeah, you'll be very obvious if you're traveling with torches. That's like in the dungeon or anywhere else. Of course, being outside, you have a much larger vision that you could be scanned by as opposed to being in a tunnel. But yes, you'll be more visible at night. Night there is some level of night, but like before, like when you were fighting the scorpions at night, it's dark-ish, right? So I mean, depending, I mean, I can go really crazy. There's a setting on Foundry that it can follow the current real life phases of the moon about how much light you get. I don't do that, but yeah, I mean, it would be dark, certainly, dim to dark, depending on how far away the creature is from you. Like it's easy for them to hide in the dark at night. Like it's not vision where during the day, you know, you could spot them pretty easily, right?
But at
so
the same time, they're not going to spot us from 2 miles away like they would if we had a torch or a lantern.
True. Yep. Correct.
yeah, I mean, uh, um, Thardor, the player, would be strategically concerned about using torches at night. Safe the barbarian wouldn't give a shit. Or no, actually, he's spent enough time in the desert that he would not want that probably. But he wouldn't I don't think he would have a strong view about whether to proceed during the day or at night. I think he might prefer slightly night, even though he doesn't have dark vision either.
Okay.
Yeah, I think with all that, kind of us venturing out in the nighttime like this, I think at first Inara might not even think twice about starting to light up a torch, grabbing her equipment and everything, but maybe upon hearing from the rest of the party with these cautions, with these, experiences in the desert that their characters have had, she will think better and just travel by starlight and count on her dark-visioned friends to look for things that are more hidden.
Okay. We only have one dark vision, right?
I think so.
believe so.
Okay.
But just
I
so
think,
just keep a torch and stuff handy in case we need light in a hurry.
Yes, excellent suggestion.
when Inara lights a torch, Safe would say, "A grounded star draws much attention."
What?
I've decided he's gonna be. I've decided he's gonna be full of desert aphorisms. That's a desert aphorism, meaning, a light that isn't in the sky is gonna find a lot of friends.
Claudius
Very
is
well.
dumb as so he doesn't understand, even after you explain it to him.
I think yeah, Inara will pause for a moment upon hearing it and then reply it's not something I had needed to consider previously, being seen or unseen, but perhaps here it's clear that after that encounter, we don't want things necessarily spotting us here. We can leave the torches out for now and just venture on with the crew.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Ruby.
It works. Okay. Just excuse my super dice rolling here as I am whatchamacallit. Using random counters here. So when you this is going to be a bit of a hex crawl, so I'm just going to ask. So as you are, so you're doing the same, I would say night, but it's now day watch, right? Where you're going to have, you guys have to set watch for, well, I'll say 8 hours, right? That's fine. That's all you need. And to be honest, you could actually, chill out a little bit longer than that because the daytime is a little bit longer than 8 hours here. But that's fine. It's up to you if you wanted to wait until night or go at dusk or at dawn. That's fine. But you don't need night vision. So how are you doing your day watch? Because before you were doing two people were taking two people were taking the middle of the night, but you don't have to do that anymore because it's not night, right? So do you want to have one person do each one of the 4 watches, or how are you doing that?
I will not take a watch, but during somebody's watch, I'm gonna spend that hour doing a ritual casting of creating familiar.
Okay.
How come none of my things are procking or popping up?
Because it doesn't work well.
Yeah, I just got my character sheet a little closer to accurate.
There you go. So before, I have it scribbled over here. Here we go. Wrong scribble of paper. It looks like Inara was doing the first watch. Holmgren was doing the second. And then it looks like it is Claudius and Saf was doing the third. And then Malenko, it was doing the last one. Are you going to keep that, or you want to alter that in any way, shape, or form?
That's fine by me.
That's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, there's 5 of us, so we've got enough people.
Fair enough. Just making sure we're all good. So I'll say that you ride on throughout the few hours left of day, and travel a bit at night as well, and then rest after the time is reasonable and it's getting close to daytime. So I'll sit there and I'll say you take your shifts at day as opposed to night. Okay. And I'll say on the day watch, with Claudius and Saf, as folks are resting up, you know, um, you do see that following the trail coming towards you, you see you do see some riders coming.
How many?
Looks like a caravan. So you would estimate maybe um, a number of camels, at least 15 camels. And they are generally following the trail towards your direction.
I wake everybody up.
Okay.
Using my pincers.
You pinch their butts. We'll go with it. The caravan comes up to you, folks. You see that is a caravan of, like I said, we'll say 15, 18 camels. There is a number of humans. They're clearly traders. You can see the goods hanging off the camels as they're traveling. They are well armed, and they're just making their way to the south, and greet you as they are coming along the trail, and they don't seem to be minding you any harm. They are just making their way south.
Should we see if they have anything to sell?
Or anything to talk about.
Yeah, maybe they know what's further down, what to expect on the path.
Ugh.
Yes,
I
they
think
will
it's
bring
worth
us
a shot.
tidings of the future. We should see what they have to say.
So is the clown the face of the party?
Yeah.
Oh boy, we're
Someone else is more than willing. They can go ahead. I don't care.
yeah, -2 charisma checks, not me.
Okay. So, clown, what do you say? Malenko.
Well, as we're coming up to them, I'm just gonna be all like silly and stuff like that, and be like, "Yo, howdy," and just like start my tumbling and like walking on my hands and stuff, and like juggling some just like random balls or whatever like food I got in my pouch or whatever, and just be like, "What you guys doing on this dusty trail? Huh? Like we're just hunkered down camping. Wondering what you guys are up to, and if you got any interesting wares."
So the do you want to spin a performance check or anything like that? It sounds like you're performing with the juggling and everything else. 17? Okay. They're like, traveling entertainment. Perhaps going to the White Palm to see the Sultan.
Oh, Sultan, yeah, he's the fancy bigwig, right?
He
Guy with
is.
the big hat.
Is that where you are heading?
It could be. I think. Where was it, guys? And he like kind of like points back to the guys. Is it guys, uh, Fazar? Is he over there?
They say, if you just follow this trail continue following this trail north, and in time you will reach the dried up riverbed, and just follow that east, and that will take you to the White Palm.
Oh heck yeah, many thanks. And he does like a little bow and like handstand again and flops down. Yeah.
Ah, very entertaining, and they throw a couple of silver your way.
Oh, score! Thanks, pals. And he just kind of like pockets it and like rolls it in his fingers and stuff like that. And then I know. Do you got any like advice for freshies on this trail? This is our first long desert adventure, I think. I don't know. I just kind of like I just let's plop down in here.
They say, well, the desert definitely has many dangers. The trail is patrolled by the air lancers. Not that they, you know, guarantee your safe arrival, but they do, try to make sure that they help where they can. Beyond that, I mean, this is the safest way to go. It looks like you have a decent enough amount of water and food with you. I would estimate. In fact, I got to count now. 1 second. They look over your provisions and they say, that looks to be about right amount of uh, food and water if you travel directly to the White Palm.
Cool. We were hoping to get us somewhere. It would be suck to be out of nowhere in the middle of nowhere without anything. Like the heat alone is enough to kill you.
That it is. That it is.
You mentioned the White Palm. Is this where you come from?
Yes. Well, that is definitely the next spot of, we'll say, civilization between here and, he just kind of waves out into the desert out there.
All right, a few days' journey then.
Oh, to White Palm, it's going to take. You're traveling at night. it's going to take you the better part of a good 2 weeks and then some to get to the White Palm from here.
Oh, snap diddly doodles.
So
And do you
I
guys
see.
usually travel at night too? How do you go about that? Like, give us a hand,
I mean, we sometimes we travel the day and night. This depends on what we're trying to do, where we get to, what provisions we have. But you seem to be traveling at night. You're resting during the day, so you should be able to easily stretch what you have there to get you to the White Palm. But like I said, not much further than that. But you'll be fine.
Well, thank you. I really hope we can get there. Thanks kindly.
Like I said, if you stay along this path, you'll be fine. Um, there'll be a fork in the road. Some I gotta count again. Sorry about this.
Don't worry about it.
5-6 days from now, if you follow this trail, you'll get to a fork as long as you stay going north in the middle and not head to the east and west. You should be fine. You should be able to follow up to the palm from there until you get, like I said, get to the old riverbed and just follow that the rest of the way.
Old riverbed, thank you.
Sure thing.
Yes, we will make directly for the White Palm, which is our destination. Certainly, we are not going anywhere else in the desert.
Okay.
I was trying very hard not to let on.
I know you were wearing that so way.
strangers.
I'm almost like going to make you roll a deception, but that's okay.
No, just being silly.
That's from your tone of voice. I was tempted to say it. It's okay. All right. Well, good traveling to you. Did you guys say you wanted to buy something or what? I mean, they mostly have, general goods and so forth. Is there anything in particular that you were looking for? They're traders, so they have carpets or whatever wares they might have.
I think I don't know if it's the strongest inference. I think Inara might be more curious if they encountered anything crazy on the roads, but based on the fact that we're kind of asking them and they seemed like they didn't really have any major dangers to speak of, I would assume that they have not encountered anything too crazy. If that makes sense.
They seem fine. It's not like any of them seem like they're wounded or anything else. So, at least they got through this unscathed.
Nice.
And like I said from the previous week, there is a steady trade that happens. Not that it's not dangerous or whatever else, but these people are well armed and it worked out.
Nice.
All right.
Good.
If nothing else, they head on down the way to get to the edge of the desert. And I'll say you guys continue on. Wow. All right. That'll be there. Okay. All right. So, what do I got? Okay. I'll say, you continue, the next day, you travel a bit. Again, no problems this time as you travel. Take the rest at night. Nothing happens. The next night, as you're traveling, you'll see that the night sky is lightened by incredible brilliance by basically streaming lights like fireflies that streak overhead, um, almost as if they're pointing you to a direction, right? And these light up the sky pretty much. It's almost like a very dazzling meteor shower that is occurring as you walk. And as you move forward, you see you see some sort of small structure off into the distance that you are approaching.
Do-
I don't know what he said, but I sure.
You're a
Sorry,
little quiet there,
big-
Smiley.
uh, let's definitely head towards that. That looks inviting, don't you guys think?
Gotta be more exciting than this boring ass road.
Can I tell you? Let's do this. Let me do this. If you see, you got it. Let's go to boop, 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 boop.
I just hope it isn't one of those what do you call 'em? Mirage thingies.
I don't know that those appear at night. It's usually a trick of the sun.
Oh, that bloody bastard! Always working against us. Raises the fist to the sky.
Let's do this. I know I threw you on here, and only one person. Well, I haven't pulled you in here yet. I'm trying to make this this a little bit brighter, hopefully.
If you're gonna shake your hand at the sun, you should be aiming down. It's nighttime.
But doesn't it live up in the sky?
Yeah, that's on the other side of the planet right now.
Well,
Let's do this. Boop. There we go. And we'll put. Sorry, I'm just kind of playing with your marching order here. A little bit. We'll go with that.
I totally missed that conversation in the Discord where you were rolling. What was that you were rolling stats for there?
Oh, I was just spinning for random things.
Oh, I thought you were rolling for stats because there is a way to manually type them in.
No. I was rolling randomly because, I mean, I try to have things set up in advance, but for this, it's a little on the random side. Because
Oh, no,
depending on where you
I was referring to the
wander.
rolling thing from Thardor.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
The reason that I'm rolling endlessly for stats is that the stats are bugged, and I was trying to get. I basically can't get dexterity to work at all, and that's why I'm rolling. I don't know if it says dexterity. I'm basically just trying to get it to a point where I can say, all of those modifiers are correct, even if the numbers aren't. And
well, if you go into progression, under ability scores, if you at the very top of the character sheet, there's a button that says locked. If you click that, it unlocks it, and you can go into your ability scores and manually enter the numbers.
I've tried to get there a bunch of different ways. So far, I haven't succeeded. So if you know how to manually enter the numbers, I would love to know. It seems to require me to roll in order to use rolled numbers. But then the actual.
There is a manual assignment method. Let me go back and do mine.
I don't think that's right. I think there is not. Oh yeah, I see it now. But maybe I missed it. All right.
I didn't see it at first either. It's pretty freaking hidden.
All right. Well, that is much better. Thank you for that. That may
Yeah,
have solved the problem.
other than my heritage and subclass, um, everything in my character sheet's almost accurate.
That's exciting.
Yeah, and one of
Mine,
these days they'll put my subclass into the system.
mine is correct in broad strokes, but not correct in detail. If that makes sense. I was just trying to kludge together something that would work functionally and have the same modifiers and so on.
Yep.
So you see as you're approaching the pillars, you see rising out of the dunes twin pillars of stone flank the obvious trail of previous desert visitors. These ancient pillars slant at odd angles, and their peak tops are resting on each other for mutual support. Um, the pillars, I mean, as you get closer, you can see the pillars are pot marked from centuries of sandstorms or whatever else.
This is still the main trail.
Yeah, you can see the main trail, here.
How tall are these pillars?
Uh, they don't say, but I'm going to say, just looking at a picture I have here in black and white, that they are maybe 60, 70, 80 feet. They're pretty tall.
Okay. So we can't take them with us.
No, you cannot take them with you.
Huh. Masonry tools is one of the few tool sets I did not take.
Well, they look like a big old stones. I'm gonna just he like opens up his mouth and goes and like out crawls a little scorpion that he made from his create familiar spell. I just used some of the old chitin from the big scorpions to create this little one.
Okay.
And yeah, he's gonna go check out the little things before us, and it's like just give him a couple minutes, guys. It'll be good, just in case. And I know my familiar is just gonna go scope it out.
Okay. What's your familiar again? Cat?
Scorpion.
Scorpion, I'm sorry. I'm used to
I
cats.
decided. I kind of like thought it's similar to a crab or a spider, so I was just like a little kind of tiny scorpion.
All right. I mean, your scorpion scatters up to that. I have to reread the familiar. I don't know if it's similar. I presume, like, if you concentrate, can you see through its eyes and so forth? Let me read the spell.
Yeah, it just acts as a basic familiar, other than the I created and it drains my health by one.
Right. Blah, 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 blah. Right. You dismissed it. Okay. You can communicate. Right. It can magically convey what it sees or senses to you. You can communicate it with telepathically. So you don't. Sure. Okay. Fine. I was just seeing what it can and can't do. All right. Fair enough. So yeah, you can talk to it. It scurries on to the pillars, and yeah, it doesn't sense any danger or anything like that. It's pillars. It's following the road, right, to the pillars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's scurrying like in the little holes in the road and like along like behind the rocks and stuff like that are in the road, trying to like, keep its little size, hidden just like it's trying to hide from predators.
Yep. Makes sense. Yeah. It doesn't see anything
All right, well,
scary or otherwise.
it seems, guys, if you want, you can, after you, and he just like holds his arms out, smiling, twiddling his fingers.
Is there any heading up? Are you doing anything else?
Since it turns out that masonry tools are construction tools in TUV, I am trained in those, so I'm going to examine these pillars.
Off you go. So as you move to the pillars, even though the pillars have been worn and so forth, you see that there is a inscription on the pillars that has pretty easily, we'll say, survived the sands of time. And let me find that, and
But
I will send them off to you.
book. I do have a book, so I will copy them down.
All right, that works. So let's go
Oh,
with 6.
are you gonna do the whole like chalk shadow rub and tug thing? I mean, rubbing.
I don't have I don't think that's a book is the appropriate material for that. You'd need a different kind of paper for that, but I can certainly copy them down.
Oh, okay, fancy, Mr. Calligraphy over here.
So in your player handout thing, you should have under 6A. There should be a 6A which has the writing that you find.
Ooh, more stuff to translate. All right, I have to AK for a second. My elderly dog is stuck.
Okay. Pets will do that. Speaking of which, is Saf and the camels moving up?
Yeah, the camels came with me. I just didn't drag them.
That's fair. I'll move them up towards you. Zoop.
I think it's been determined that I'm in charge of the camels.
Yes, they like you since you saved you healed them. So the camels are very friendly towards the crayfish.
I'm gonna try to get translating here. We'll see.
Sure, you can take a few minutes to try to translate that.
Oh boy.
My dog has no nose.
Yeah, okay, I'm back. He's 17 years old, mostly blind, mostly deaf.
Wow. What kind of dog?
Shih Tzu.
Okay.
Well, technically it's my mother-in-law's dog, but my dog is 2 corgis.
Gotcha. Is Saf moving up, or is he staying? Is he hanging back? Just so I know.
Saf is always near the front, if not at the front.
Okay.
He would be sticking. Sorry, I was a little distracted.
No, it's fine.
Sheet. Yeah. So Saf would be with everyone else.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, and I was telling you in Discord about where to find talents, but we'll have to work on that later.
No, I found them. I just there's a little pop-up that happens that says
Yep.
drop your talent here. and the list of talents is not complete. Like I chose things from the book that are not there.
Yeah.
And then
Yep.
and then also when I'm trying to just like make the box go away so the sheet says yes, I'm finished. Um, uh, it won't accept any talent that I drop in it. Like I've tried to drop 10 different talents and they're just not accepted.
Yeah, if you're in that window, click the return button at the top, and then you should just be able to drag the talent from the talent window into your character sheet once you're on the main screen.
Okay, I'll try that. I'll try it.
Well, that's manual assigning it. You're trying to pick one from like level 1 or something.
I'm
And
trying to pick one because I'm human.
yeah,
Oh, humans just get a bonus talent.
yeah,
Yeah.
we do. Because we're awesome.
We have a ambitious trait.
Okay. And it won't let you pick one through the choose a talent button in the progression screen.
No, it will not.
Okay. Well, if it's in that list, you can manually assign it by just dragging it over, but that won't make the one in the progression screen go away.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. It just is not happening. Why?
Yeah, just have to improvise for now.
Yep.
It says I'm never mind.
It's all good.
Um,
If you want me in the future just to keep Foundry up a little bit, so you guys can monkey around with the with the settings, I'm more than happy to do that.
Yeah, I'm half tempted to go on mine and see if I can create my subclass in the code and make it work. Wouldn't be surprised if there's already a marketplace for that on Discord for people who have created the bits and pieces they need.
I know there's been some people talking about it, but I mean theoretically, I mean it's a short-lived marketplace, at least for the stuff in the player's handbook, because you figure in a couple weeks or more realistically, the way this is moving, a couple months, I expect
Yep.
them to figure everything out. All right. At any rate, is anyone done translating? Are you doing anything else? Just so I know.
I'm just getting started on the translating.
Okay. No rush.
Yeah, this is slower going than I thought, so I might be a minute. But if we want to just keep exploring, we can do that as well.
Yeah, by all means, we can just keep going while I translate this.
All right.
I'll just be silent for a bit.
So you're just going to continue through the pillars? Are you inspecting the pillars? You're just marching on.
Oh, yeah.
It seems
I was full on inspecting the pillars and including for stability on, are they rigged to collapse if we try to walk through them?
Oh no, they don't look rigged at collapse at all. They look fairly sturdy. Leaning again. I mean, obviously, if you blew one out, the other one would fall. But I mean, they're pretty heavy. They seem to have been here forever. Nothing is rigged like someone's going to pull some pin somehow and they're going to fall. Nope, they seem fine.
Well, then in that case, then I will just continue and then do.
Okay. All good.
Yep, and then I'm going to be quiet for a few minutes as I translate that pillar, and if it's important, we can go back.
Okay. Is everyone else heading on down the trail?
I guess
Yeah,
so.
I'll go around these funky little things, just dance around them, maybe like climb on top and just like hop down, like woo.
Right.
So you're climbing the pillars?
Yeah, I'm just dicking around. He's examining them, and I'm just kind of like crawling all over things, trying to like annoy him and pester him.
Okay, that's
While
fine.
also giving him bardic inspiration. Why the fuck not? I don't know.
Okay.
an inspiration to like kick my ass.
Okay. So, it sounds like off the trail, everyone continues.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not the very perceptive type, so that's on you guys.
All right. I'm assuming you are leaving the pillars behind, and I'll just kind of continue doing some rolls.
All right.
Or do you want me to? Okay. So.
Yeah, the only thing that, like, would it make sense for us to actually get it translated before we leave, or should we just hope that we're not missing out on something here, guys?
I'd like to roll something. Can we roll like a perception or an investigation or something like that?
Sure. What are you in, on the pillars?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Is there anything
Wow.
particular that you're looking for, just so I understand?
Something to eat.
Hmm?
Claudius is not very smart.
You're not finding anything to eat and on the pillars at all. Whatever wildlife would have been growing on this pillar or whatever, it would have been blasted away by the sand and the heat and so forth. So, no food for you.
Okay, part of this is whoever, I think. This inscription, I've been trying to, like... Hold on, I'm just gonna drop.
You translating too?
Yeah, I'm kind of doing it out of order just by what I've been able to find most easily. But I'm very limited in what
Well,
I've
it,
been able
it
to get so
seems like
far.
the path goes through the pillars, so people routinely go between these pillars in order to put the path there. So
So it
Claudius
must
is
be
going to go
safe.
through the pillars and lead the camels through there.
Okay.
It kind of looks like forbidden at the end.
Uh-oh.
Maybe not, but... Oh, I just hope we're not walking anywhere forbidden. Wait, the last word is
Because if something bad happens when you walk between the
no.
pillars, people would figure that out and there would be paths around the pillars, not through them.
That does
Ew,
make
ew.
sense. I don't think it's forbidden actually, so we're
Yeah, the
probably good.
first letter's not an F.
Yeah. It's a U? Maybe?
Looks kind of like one of the
I mean,
A's to me.
Oh.
Staff is
Yeah.
definitely not this guy, but Thardor the player kind of would love to have the translators translate before we keep going. Also,
Yeah, but it's
I
gonna take
just
it's
kind of
gonna take
figured
a
we were
minute.
just having a picnic as they pick at it. You know what I mean? Like he's still on top of the pillars, kicking his feet, swinging to them all like lottie dotty.
So it's like A
Yeah.
N B.
You won't let me add in like a
Just
new
want to make
spell or anything like
yeah, I want to
that.
make sure I'm sending you the right stuff too, just to be sure I didn't mess it up. Why got extra time? I think I copied and pasted everything correctly, but I'll just double check. Yeah, that's supposed to be right. Yep. Okay.
Okay, the last word isn't making any
Anbidine?
sense to me.
I'm seeing Anbidine or something, or
Anbides is what I'm seeing.
oh yeah, that last one could be an S. Whoever Anbides.
It could also be an R, but I don't think so.
Deer. Arbideer. Hmm.
Oh wait, is that the same? Is that another N?
I think it might be. And that E is like a long E, like EE instead of eh. But I can't think of a word that sounds like that though.
Well, I'm thinking some of the letters might be disappeared, so like unbidden.
Oh, it could be a U then. That first letter. It's it's the U with the dot over it, which is like unicorn book could curse. Oh, it's not like unicorn. Sorry.
Blame
That's
it on
like
the desert. The
could.
last word is unbidden.
Okay, the wind blows into our ears and gives us
Sorry.
a hint. No, that's good. Um,
I tried my best to copy and paste and to have, the AI thing try to clean up anything it needed to clean up. Let me
to
see if
be
I.
fair, it's kind of like representative of it weathering over the years.
Tell you what,
Yeah,
though,
that's
at this rate, whatever language this is, I might be taking it at my next chance to gain a language.
That's not a bad idea. Learning a new language. Did you have any luck with the first half of it or no? I was getting stumped on
Nothing,
that.
nothing that makes any sense.
Like this gets something something whoever unbidden. I don't.
Maybe it's too hard with the resolution of the PDF.
Yeah, and I
definitely
blew it up larger too, so it's even more blurry.
Let me see
it,
here. I'm going to
it
try
definitely
this. I'm going
it
to.
definitely has a, oh sorry.
No, go ahead. You just talk. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it definitely has a Mummy's Curse vibe.
Right? That's why I'm like a little worried about just continuing
Yeah,
on.
whoever unbidden, that's yeah,
No.
that's some monkey paw action.
Oh,
Well,
interesting. So that's
yeah,
that.
yeah. First word, I get an H for the first letter, but it's only 2 letters, so I can't figure out what that would be.
He?
He
No, that
who?
doesn't
No.
look like a he though.
Yeah, that
That's
doesn't look like an E. That it's. I mean, it almost looks like a cursive letter A, and there's not really anything that matches up to that.
yeah. It could be like an A like gate.
That's kind of what I was coming close to,
A.
but
And then the second word is it gets?
actually, it more to me. It seems to me more like the third A down with a caret over the top.
Ha. Or the. Could it be the if the first letter is that TH symbol?
Let me find the TH symbol. Oh, it could be. Actually, that might make more sense.
Okay,
So
so
the gates of
oh, maybe something open, maybe the word right before be whoever unbidden.
yeah. Where's the O? No, because that is not an O.
You are getting it. I would if
We're
you were
close.
way off. I wasn't. Yeah, you can't take it. You can't take it super literal. So like,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't because it's phonetic,
Yeah,
right?
I got
Yeah.
yeah.
Obviously.
For example, of I got AV as the direct translation, but that's of.
Yep.
The gates of something burn, maybe? That word uh right before something whoever unbidden.
All right, I'm going to work
It's
on
he.
the fourth and fifth word.
Okay.
The gate
I think
of, that's an S.
I think 5 might be burn. Um
The gates of fourth word is SUV.
is that a place on our map maybe? Or like a god that we might know of? Burn he who enter unbidden. Wait. The gates of something burn he who enter unbidden. So I think it's like the like whatever gates, some gates are gonna burn us if we go in uninvited. But like I don't know what gates, because that one word in the middle, uh, you know. Should we check the map if it's on there?
I have my translated map.
S something L? Is it S something L? Soul?
It's
Soul?
yeah, isn't it
Yes.
Sewell?
Soul. Okay.
Okay, so it's an
That's
L, not a V.
yeah, I think it's an L. Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, right, I have it upside down. I was looking at the V upside down.
Yeah, sorry. This is a I did a deep dive on Greyhawk and shit like that. And pretty sure that's a Greyhawk history word.
Instead of soul, what if it's supposed to be Sol, as in sun?
I'm gonna put it as a question mark for now.
I mean, it's clearly a U in the text, but it's phonetic.
To you, yeah, that's why I think it's like. I think it, but I think regardless of what it is, it seems to be a proper noun, right? So
Yeah, the gate of a proper noun is the correct sequence of words.
okay. Sewell Imperial Library of Greyhawk. Sewell Lawyers Library of Greyhawk.
So if you take Sulois as a demonym and you drop the OISE, that's what we're looking at.
Hold on. Look at the map. Bottom right hand corner. Gats of Sul. Gate of Sul.
Oh, wait, that's kind of where we are right now, isn't it? Because we're heading north to Pizar.
Yes.
Okay, so the
but-
gates that we are about to walk through burn those who enter unbidden? Is that right? Maybe it's just like an old-timey, like outdated thing that's not true anymore.
or maybe it's just a warning that you're entering the desert and you're going to burn if you're not prepared.
I'm checking your things here. So
Yeah, because when I did the map translation, I did it direct translation, not phonetically.
That's the weird part about this translation. It's like got all those extra kind of pieces to it. Wow.
Well, this is
Yeah.
old school TSR before Wizards bought them. They were great at riddles.
Wow. This is cool. Okay. But I mean, I guess we got to be on the lookout for getting burnt. I don't I might see if I have any fire resistance. I don't think so, but
I would check your burnt. Make sure that's correct.
oh, okay. Let's take another look.
Yeah, I had more like the B is correct.
Bar?
I think the U is correct, or maybe not.
Maybe it's bar or something?
Well, the last letter to me looks like an S.
Like bars or no? Bar. I think it is RS. Maybe it's bars.
What's the
Or bears?
what's the first letter?
Look,
I haven't actually gone after that first letter yet, but it looks like it's a B.
yeah. Maybe there's others that look similar to it. Oh, it could also be like kind of maybe a like SH or CH or TH.
Where's that one at?
Not really though. Well, hard to say. Ooh. So that
The second letter definitely appears to be a U because there are very few letters that have the dot above them.
okay, but the pronunciation is like put, book, could, curse, river, so it's. That's why I was kind of thinking spurs. Bars? But that's more of like an A. Or like boars. Bears? Could it be bears? Like we'll lose all our stuff?
It's not a B.
It's not a B. Oh. Huh. Okay, that's where we're off. Is there what letters like could now I'm trying to think through like what could fit there in general?
Could it be an L?
It doesn't look like the
Oh,
L looks.
It might be a C where they've just drawn that vertical line too tall at the top left of the C.
Oh, it could be, yeah.
It's a C.
Oh.
Again, a very fuzzy scan of the
Sorry.
PDF.
Yeah.
So
Like I said, I tried to clean it up. I
Gross.
ran the AI against it multiple times to try and make sure the letters was as readable as possible without losing too much.
So curse is what it
Curse.
is.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Curse
Well,
all ye go unbidden.
wow. So we're gonna be cursed if we enter these unbidden.
well, it does say. I mean, one of the hints I got back in town. The greatest pharaoh entombed in Pizar is cursed.
Oh. The curse will spread to us, perhaps. Yeah.
Nothing could be worse than being cursed with your guys' presence. And he slaps his own knee while sitting on top of the stones.
Hmm. This is certainly an interesting proposition to be in, or an interesting predicament to be in.
Does this thing look like a gate?
Who knows what was at the top of these two pillars, or even just two pillars across a trail could be considered a gate. Or it could be, weren't we headed towards some other ruin?
We were
Like,
heading north.
I mean, in visual range, wasn't there some other ruin?
No, this was what you saw.
Anyways, this sounds like it's definitely the entrance to Pizar, or the road to Pizar, which is where there's a great pharaoh buried.
So the question kind of is through the gate or avoid the gate. Because you could definitely make the argument that going outside the gate is to be, oh yeah, that looks like a gate.
There's your 1980 visual right there.
So, but like, does it still count if we walk around? Because like, I
Well,
feel like we're
so-
still going in, kind of.
Well, some of you already went through. The trail goes through. That seems fine.
I feel like everyone goes through, and they're not all cursed, so the fates would never play with me. So, I know I
feel
cannot
like-
be cursed.
So the Tomb of Horrors, when Gary Guide Gotts wrote it, the player he wrote it for, basically beat it by constantly summoning cows to run blindly through the place.
Oh my
of course.
That's
gosh!
what I did with my familiar.
Which is to say that the idea of traps is definitely not that they should be fair. I think that's what I took away from.
We may be in for it now that we've already gone through this archway.
Yeah, I think you could argue anyone who went around it is maybe unbidden, and I think you could also argue that for whoever goes through the middle.
Well, I walked right through the middle, so
There you go. What's
Me
this?
too.
It's fine.
It'll be fine. Nothing bad ever happens to
Sure.
Inara.
And keep in mind when Gygax made the tumor horrors, and somehow every 1E module seems to somebody will reflect back to tumor horrors because it's such a famous killer of things back then. I mean, he purposely made that to kill people because people said dungeons were too easy. So that was his thing. Like, he made something that was meant to be unfair, and then they ran it at a convention as like a challenge, right? To see who could complete it to get a prize or whatever it was, roughly
Man,
speaking.
the number of characters I killed in 1E and Tomb of Horrors.
Whoa.
It was purposely unfair. There's no two cents about it. But hey, you guys walk through. It's fine. It's all good.
Nice.
It's all
Mhm.
good until it's not, and we'll deal with that when it happens.
Yeah.
Well, this might not be the gate they're talking about. So
Yeah, this is just a warning sign.
I think it's so quaint that those of ancient times believed in curses.
curses are real.
Yes, but
Um,
I've seen that we make it to the future. I'm sure we'll be fine.
Saf is a man of action. Seeing that someone has already gone through, he's going to go through too.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine.
And hey, we're not unbidden. We were asked to come here and search for ways to fix things. See, we were bidden.
Yeah. There you go. You have a hall pass.
Oh yeah.
It's great.
Onward.
You are stricken with a rotting disease.
Yeah, what could possibly happen? Let's see. So you're still following along the path? Yes.
Sure.
Indeed.
Okay. You head on off to you continue on, nothing bothers you during the day. I'll say I would say the next night as you're traveling along, high overhead there is a formation of robed humans mounted on Pegasi that you kind of see in the moonlight.
Hey, we know those guys.
There you go.
We know who they are.
Yes, you do. Well, you hope you do. You see that there's some sort of pennant or small flag, basically fluttering from, one of the lances, and let's see. Okay. As they're flying by, since it's night, you don't have any torches. They don't seem to see you. They seem to be continuing on their way, just following the road, and maybe occasionally you see them like kind of circle out a bit. Towards the end of your sight, then they kind of circle back. They don't seem to be paying attention to you per se, but they are kind of flying around, kind of in some sort of zigzag pattern, following the trail.
I don't for a minute believe they didn't see us, but they didn't consider us a threat.
Fair.
Soon they will know our names.
They would not be traveling at night if they did not have some way of seeing what's going on below them.
What was that? I can't see you speak, he says as he blindly follows you forward, just, laughing and giggling.
It is possible, even if they have enough sight to navigate in the dark, they may not have spotted us, but we shouldn't rely on hope. We should rely on action.
Well, if you get an arrow in your ass, they spotted us.
And with that, perhaps we should keep moving.
they're also not hostile to us. So
Well,
as far
we're
as we
safe
know,
for now.
as far as we know, we have done nothing against their laws.
For now, we can consider them protection.
Okay. All right, fair enough. You don't signal him, and you continue on your way. That's fine. Um. What was it? Okay. As you go a little further, I'll say another day passes, and you get to another kind of ruin in the sand. This is a half buried fallen obelisk. So I'll say the top of it. So it's fallen over. It is pointing towards roughly the west, right? The path taken by caravans and others is easy to spot, and it continues to the north. So as far as you can tell, the main path goes north, and this thing is porting west. And people they don't take it as a direction. I will give you some more fun to translate. And oh, by the way, I understand this is novel for right now. I get it. But if some point this becomes way too tedious and the group says, stop throwing these translation things at me, I will be happy to, if you want to cast, obviously read languages or something like that, you can just translate them or what have you.
Well, I'm legitimately attempting to learn the language.
Okay, fair enough. That being said, you now have a 6B in your handouts.
Oh, I could get a flying monkey as a familiar. Oh, I wish I would have picked that. I'm sorry.
It's all good. Well, can't you dismiss it and then get a different one?
I'm pretty sure I can, yeah.
I mean, I think you can.
That's a long one.
Yeah, well,
If we're going at night, I might as well just get a bat. That just sounds the best right now.
Sure. And I preference everything with with a 90% yeah, you should be able to do that, but just read the spell to be sure. Because again, I don't know if there's any small changes that Cobalt Press did to the spells. I'm sure they've tweaked it here and there for some things, and I just don't know it because I can't say I spend my days rememorizing spells that I learned 30 years ago, right? So,
Yeah, I get you.
yeah. Does anyone even take read languages or what have you?
No infernal.
I actually don't get spells despite having spells on my spell list.
Okay.
Yeah, I only know Celestial and Sylvan, and I do not have comprehend languages.
See, now you got me thinking. Now I got to go and take a look to see if anyone's even allowed to take it.
I don't think I'm allowed to take it.
I was going to say, right? Because this is where it bites you, right?
Only?
I don't know. I was about to take a look to see what thing it's in.
I can take spells from any list, but I have to count to infuse them into an item.
Got you.
And I can only have 4 items infused.
Got you.
I can cast tongues, which allows me to understand spoken language.
Ah.
It is listed as a bard spell as well. I need to look if it's also on the Tales of the Valiant bard list or
Is it a
not.
level 3 spell?
I could take a look.
I wonder if it's a cantrip spell. Let me take a look here.
Oh no, I found it. I just scrolled past it. Yeah, it's definitely a bard spell.
Oh, okay. So it's a
I
it's in
think
the wizard thing then, right? It's a arcane list.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
I think it's just like I think we just can switch spells when we level up though. As far as I
Mm-hmm.
understand. So
True.
Yeah, we can either we get a new one, and I think we might be able to switch one out.
I believe so.
Sounds
So
right.
maybe a thought for the future to just grab that as a language.
Ah, fine. You guys make me do so much work.
I didn't make these. I didn't want these D&D sessions to end up being homework. But if no one has comprehend
No, I'm just
languages,
saying.
you would just be wandering around without knowing what it was saying because you didn't have it. This way, it takes time, but there's a way you can save yourself a spell.
I was letting the big brains do all the work. Yep.
I
Good
wanna see
job,
if it's
guys.
a
You figured it
ritual.
out.
It's not a ritual.
Oh, I didn't look to see which one it was. Now it got me curious.
It looks like it's a first level spell.
Is it? Is it called Read Arcane Spell List?
Or
Let's see.
it's comprehend languages.
Oh, Comprehend
I,
Languages. Yeah, there it is.
for the
It
last 2 sessions,
it
I've
is
been
an
trying to add
arcane.
in my last 2 spells, but it's not letting me add a spell onto my sheet anymore.
Understood. We'll
Okay,
fix
is
it
this
all.
bad that is it bad that I can look at this and immediately pick out some of the words without looking at the reference?
Ah, see, your brain's adjusting.
Oh
here,
boy.
here lies
See, you're staying young.
the last word is pyramid.
Oh yeah.
You're doing very well.
I think the word right before pyramid and also the third word, I think it's the same word and I think it's the
Yeah, possibly.
See, they
Here
say
lies
learning.
and then something is OOD. Road.
I think
Here lies the road. And what's the Y-shaped thing? Where's that one at?
wow.
See, they say to
I'm
learn
good
a
at
language, it keeps you
I'm
young,
good at
right?
puzzles. I'm good at puzzles.
Oh man,
So
this one's tough.
here lies the road.
Oh, we had this before too on the previous puzzle.
You're doing very well.
Of.
It is Here Lies
Of.
the Road. Of. That is correct as well.
And then it's the again, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's always the same.
Mm-hmm.
It lies the road of the.
That's of.
Yeah, when it has that little like swirly thing, that's how I've been kind of remembering it.
That F is very, very blurry, if that's the case.
It's like the little loopy.
Oh, and then the second word from the end of the first row is garden.
Oh. Nice. Last letter looks like an E of that last word. Site. No. Maybe it is. No. City. Garden City?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's oh, garden. Oh, the Garden City of Pazar.
Very good.
Here lies the road of the.
Or to the. Is it to the? Or of the whatever. Yeah, garden. I hadn't got to city yet.
I've just been kind of jumping around to try and get the things with the most context.
Yeah, I go through, the first thing I do is I go through and I go, okay, that looks like 3 letters. I put 3 dashes on a notepad screen, and then I go back and fill in the words as I can.
Oh, nice. I'm really just going by feeling almost. I'm not really going word by word. Lies the road to the something, the garden city of Pizar. Wilst, whilst.
And I'm
Yes, that's correct.
that little circle with an X through it looks like a period end of sentence.
Oh, wait, that makes sense. Wow. Because you start the next sentence with whilst. Lies the road to. Is the road to. Whilst something is the road to this other place.
Look on your map.
Gotta jump around a little here. But I think that is absolutely. Okay, name of other place is.
Yeah. So, but then I have a
That western.
pyramid. Something about a pyramid.
Okay, the bottom left corner word I'm not sure of.
Is that river?
Oh.
No, it starts with a C.
C-E.
Wait, is that city again?
City is in the top right corner, so that's like what city would look like.
Oh, okay. That's right, phonetic. It starts with an S, not a C.
Right, yeah, it's like weird. The road. Whilst.
I'm gonna look at the word right after whilst because that tells
Okay.
you that should be like a direction north, south, east, west.
Yeah, I bet it's just like looking at it, comparing it to the city names. It looks like that western city is that name at the end of the second row.
Turkabar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Turbacar. You're right.
So, whilst something, which you were translating, I think that might actually help us directionally, lies the road to Turbacar something
Well, it's
of the
why
pyramid. Oh,
Alpha.
something of the pyramid. That's I think that's a like a descriptor for Turbacar, the last row.
Yeah. So whilst that's a th that starts that. Then it looks like an A, even though but it's way down low. But I guess that just could be sloppy handwriting. Whilst there, what is it? Lies the road
To Turbacar.
to Turbacar.
Something of the pyramid, which I think is just a descriptor for Turbacar. I can't tell what that word is. Maybe that is CEPAR. Keeper of the pyramid?
Yep, that is correct.
Okay, so this is kind of telling us the directions. That north is. Oh, wait. Here is the road to Pizar. There is the road to Turbacar.
So yeah, here lies the road of the something something garden city of Pizar, whilst there lies the road to Turbacar, keeper of the pyramid.
Interesting. So we're still steamrolling for Pizar, I reckon.
Well, it is the closest. So it looks like we're at a junction that one road goes to Pizar, the other one cuts across country to Turbacar.
Wait, so does that mean according to our map we've overshot? Or are we still good?
Well, no, we're between Gatsavsu and Pizar on my map that I translated.
Okay.
I should correct that to say Gate of Sewell.
And then, so it's saying west would be this other city, but we're not like north of Pizar yet. It's just that like there's like almost like an unmarked path.
Kings, that's the word I hadn't gotten to yet.
Oh,
Yeah, you got most of it. I was going to make you sweat the last one. I wasn't sure if you got that or not.
interesting. Well, I guess we want. I mean, right now we are searching for the city of Pizar. So, the Road of Kings. Let's take it. Let's do it. Are there also like with this inscription like marked kind of paths for us to take?
You only see the main path, but if you want to do like an investigation or something like that, or um, perception check would be better, probably. Sorry, perception.
Oh, my perception's garbage, but my investigation's good.
Nah, well, it's perception first.
Oh, I do this again. It's roll
I'll roll a
20
perception
plus
just
6.
to see what's going on.
Can I get advantage for the bat?
I got a 16.
Sure, the bat can look around. Sure.
Donata.
Fair.
I rolled in Discord, but I got a 16.
I see it. I see it.
Okay. sweet.
Claudia's got a 16 as well.
Nice.
So I'll say what you see from here, and let me just kind of pull up. Did I close mine? God dang it, Paul. What are you doing, man? There we go. I will say from here, you see the main path goes off to the north, and you will see like hard to tell in the dark, but as you kind of look around between you and we'll say the bat helps a little bit too. That there are other more light trails that you see to the east and the west, but they are not marked with any with any signposts or anything like that you've been following so far. So you can follow these trails, but it will take some level of skill to kind of follow them along because you're going
Yeah.
off the beaten path a little bit. Off of at least the, shall we say, the merchant road, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. I feel like Inara is just trying to stick to the main path, a very main path kind of character. She'll just go for what's laid out in front of her, even with she'll still share the information with everyone that it's there, and most people would see it. So, but would recommend main path.
What do folks want to do?
Yeah, let's just keep on the main path to our destination. That path we can get sidetracked later, huh? Sometimes shortcuts ain't the shortest cut. Know what I mean?
I'm kind of feeling like Pazar might be the best route to go first.
I agree, bud. We packed light. We packed just for that. Which, by the way, did we pack enough to get back from Pazar or just to get to these ruins?
Well, you don't know exactly
Two.
where it is or how far it is, right? Like you do know that the full pack of what you've got now will get you to the oasis, which is at the very top of your map.
Cool.
Right? The oasis should be, I would say, the little palm tree that's at the very top-ish of your
Yeah,
map.
where it says sacred pools.
Yes.
Even though I wrote an M because that's what it looks like, it's obviously supposed to be S.
It's fine.
Yeah, like I said, I did direct translation instead of phonetic.
You guys are just badass for translating that so fast. I'm not gonna lie.
You get quick after all of them. I didn't know you're gonna be that quick. So, so where are you going? Which way you going? You're gonna take the main path
I
north.
see, I see Turbakar listed on the map too.
Yes, they are.
Mm-hmm.
I say we're closest to Bazaar. We should just go that way.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's do it. Onward.
Yeah.
Following the trail of clues.
So you're going. Which way you going? You following the main path,
Bazaar.
the east path? Well, there's no arrow that says Pizarre this way. So tell me which path you're taking. The
I see.
main path that goes north, or the side paths that go east and west.
Well, the merchant said we should continue down the middle path, but I think we should go to the right.
Yeah. You want to go right? You want to go left? You want to go back, or do you want to go
Yeah.
forward?
Well, straight forward leads to the trading place. The right path goes to Bazaar. The left path goes to Turbakar. I say we go right.
That's what you figure. All right. Right it is.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I was gonna flip a coin, but you sound pretty certain. I like it.
Okay. Okay. So. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Yep. Yep. Okay. So I would say so far you have traveled some 1, 2, 3, 6.5 days, give or take. Okay. Sounds good. Let's continue this time off the beaten path. Which I need this, and I need this. All right, let me get back up to the thing.
Hi ho, hi ho. Off to search the tomb of the pharaoh we go.
Okay. Okay.
Totally, completely search the tomb with all respect to the dead pharaoh. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Of course. Oh, geez, oh man. Sure. So I don't know who made up this stupid chart, but we're gonna go with it. Sure.
Well, this module's old enough; it might have been Gygax.
It might be. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I'll say that as you're traveling along this path the next day, and I'll put path kind of in air quotes. In fact, after this I want to have you guys do another spin to make sure you can continue to follow the path. But you'll have you encounter during the day, I'm going to say, it's basically a dust devil. You see that the air grows still, and you see at a distance a column of yellow-gray sand begins to rise from the desert floor, climbing higher and higher, producing a funnel shape. And it is some miles away from you. And as you see it, it slowly decides to move in a direction opposite of yours.
So moving away from us.
It's moving away from you. Because in a typical gag access way, just because you spin and find something interesting doesn't mean it's going to come towards you.
Sure.
Well, somebody keep an eye on that while we continue.
Yep, fair enough. I'll say you see it through most of the day, and as night falls, it disperses as the air cools. All right.
Okay, so it's like a hot weather thing phenomenon when the hot and cold smash together. Or maybe it's just something fucked up, creepy hiding in a dust storm. Who knows?
Who
And he just
knows?
like shrugs and walks off.
You got it. So, yes. Okay. I'm going to say that after you go like another day or so, you see off in the distance, you see waist deep in desert sands, you see a stone giant stands guard over some aged ruins. Featureless from this distance, the statue appears to be clasping a tablet.
Well, curious what's written on that tablet.
There you go.
I was just thinking the same thing. Let's go check it out real nice and quiet and safe. Like, by quiet, he means like he's gonna still make noise.
As you go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'll just say, yeah, well, whoever's got the climbing abilities is gonna have to go up there.
As you hold up. Yep. Oh, this is another translation thing. I have to actually tell you what this says. That's fine. Let me just read this again. One second. Oh, there is something to this. All right, good. So you move up to this statue. You can kind of see that this must be, you gather, the city of Pazar. You see that there's a statue that is half buried in sand, and as you look behind it, you see an occasional top of what was clearly like maybe an obelisk or the very top of a building. This city, whatever is left of it, is mostly buried in the sand. But you do see an occasional roof, something here and there. So you see this upper half of a statue comes up from the desert dunes. The face is pockmarked with scars and from the time and sand. And the statue holds a tablet against its chest that is, like we said, half buried in the sand. So if you want to, well, what do you want to do from here?
Well, it's held. The tablet's held against its chest. Does that mean that one side of it is not actually a side?
I guess you could almost think of it like the Statue of Liberty, like it's holding one tablet like close to its body. So it's
Okay.
really like a from what you can tell, there is writing on it, partially buried writing, but there is some writing on it, and it's there in front of you.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Was this? So it's a one-sided tablet, and the
Yes.
writing side is facing us.
Yep.
Here we go again, translator friends.
Let's see. So this says it's on page 39, which I'm taking it to be this one. Should I be taking it to be this one? that seems way too much for this. So I might be translating this for you because it doesn't say. Hold on one second here, because usually they give you a letter number. I'm just trying to see what they're doing here. Do I believe all this? I don't know. Because on page 39, they're giving me like 3 paragraphs, and like I am a little skeptical because I don't see anywhere close to that many words from the translation on page 37. You bastards. Goddamn 1E. Maybe this is just the first part. Let me see.
Is it helpful the rest of you guys for me to post those translations like that on the Discord?
Dude, I was just reading this one, and yeah, it's pretty awesome.
All right. I know it's fun, but I just want to make sure I'm boring you guys. And I apologize for not knowing exactly which translation to give you now, but they kind of threw me a curveball on this particular one here. Just make sure I get you the right one. It says, for this play, use map 7.1 and the appropriate prescriptions on page 39. Thank you very much, you crazy people. So I'm going to guess it's probably the first prescription or whatever, and there's probably other ones. But I just want to make sure I get this correct. I'll give you the first one, and that will keep you busy, and then we'll make sure that... oh, okay, so that's 1. That's 2. Yeah, I believe that. And then 3 should be there. Okay. I know which one to give you now. Okay. They mark them R. Why can't they just say for all the other ones, they'll say, give you 6A, give you 6B. This one says, go to page 39, and 39 has ABC. They just couldn't say, like, keep the same flippin' dippin' pattern. All right, I'm
Go
done.
to 39 and give them description A.
Yeah, that's all they had to say is A, like they did everywhere else in this darn book. All right, my bad. I'll stop complaining. So let's give you this is this one. Let's go to here. I got to give you 7A now. So we'll give you. Oh, you furry bastards. They didn't put it on the. Why? Why? Okay, I'm going to clip it out of the thing. I mean, let me clip it so you guys can translate it, and then I'll do my bitch session.
Yeah, I've been trying to a couple of 1E modules that I was working on translating as well, and they're really painful.
So this will be easier for you because this. All right, let me put this in. I'm going to put this in Discord. That's it there. Ignore the 7A, please. That's not part of the translation. So for every translation, they have it on the back sheet that I've been copying and pasting for you in that tan, yellowy color, right? But for 3 translations out of the whole book, they put it on page 39. God forbid they should be consistent.
That'd be too easy.
Now that would really make sense.
So I didn't copy this into a handout because, like, I thought they were all on the back of the book, but there was 3 that they snuck on me. I will still add it, and I will copy and paste it in. Add to page, 7A, image, create. I got to save this somewhere. Hold on.
Hey, I see my name in the middle of that.
There you go. Save.
Yeah, just right in the middle of it. There's the word "gnat" is in there at least twice. Actually, I think that might even be what the word is.
Let's go.
No, it's not. It's great, but still,
Ah,
it
here.
looks like somebody wrote "nat" in cursive.
So here. Call this 7A. And I can go here.
Okay, so top two words on the top right, or last two words on the top right is lies upon.
Well, for what it's worth, it's in the thing now. I copied and pasted it in there. They buried these three on a different page. Pain in the butt, man. And now I can check to see if you are translating correctly. At least I hope this is right. I'm going to be really pissed if it's not. Should I start translating this to see if this works? Let's see.
Trying to get this image a little bigger.
Yeah, well.
Working on it.
Oh, wow. Okay, that is correct. That word is correct. Okay, yeah, this looks good. And I must say, these are much easier to translate when you're looking at the answer at the same time. Because even I'm looking at these letters and I'm looking at the thing and I'm like, is that right? Is that a whatchamacallit? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I see it. Yeah. Like you could easily
Okay,
take it
Yeah.
depending on how these cursive kind of go together. Okay, I'll shut up now. Go ahead.
I'm still early on. I'm still working on it.
That's fine.
Okay, you guys start from the top. I'm gonna work on the last letter. See if I could actually be of some use to you guys right here.
well, just very very roughly here. I could be wrong about this. My name is, and I haven't translated the name yet. Um, lies upon the roads of the great. And that's as far as I've got.
That's mostly correct. That's in the ballpark for sure.
And I'm doing this all without looking anything up.
That's fine.
Dude, you are hitting this like out of the ballpark, dude. You're doing great.
Maybe that first word in the second sentence is look.
Yes.
Look upon something
Yes.
instead of lies.
It is look.
Okay, I was just literally just
Yeah.
throwing stuff out
Oh.
based on mental first looks.
We
Yeah.
are not judging.
It's cool how close you can get. Like that's really cool.
We are not judging at all.
That's the starting point we
Okay,
need.
I'm gonna get the name.
I'll keep trying to carry along with what you started on this general outline. Name is something. Look upon. What could that be? Oh.
This one's a lot fuzzier.
I
Yeah.
did not see. I just copied
The?
and pasted out of the PDF. I did not run it through the AI. Sorry, since I didn't know they buried this one in the document, and I didn't think that they put it in the. I should say, I didn't realize they put it in the middle of the adventure and didn't tack it on with every other goddarn language translation on the back of the module.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the name I have looks like Mareaz something something YS.
That's pretty darn close. I'll give it to you. I'll write it out
Because
for you.
the middle is pretty blurry.
I put it in Discord. It's like Manozumis. Manozemus. Something like that.
All right. This is
My
almost
name
like a different. Like it's used. Like I think the word "the" is in here, but it's different from the in some of the other ones. It's like.
Yeah, it's blurrier. It's look upon the.
But I'm curious if it's using the same symbols to make the as like the other ones were.
Is it ruins of my great site?
Ooh.
Ruins
Yeah.
of the great.
Yeah, it could be. I just saw the double O and immediately put roads in, but yeah. And
Double
yeah,
O is supposed to spell.
what looks like my name is definitely great.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wounds. Surrounds.
Yes, very good.
The last word in the second row.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to get the word right before that, and it's
Is it? I think it's that.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of where I was going for it, but the first T and the second T are very different.
Yeah, we've
It's.
got
I
a
think it's
we've got a diphthong T. I think is what they're doing. They're doing the
a th.
Oh, the
Yeah,
TH.
one's a TH and the
Yeah.
other one's a normal T.
Yeah, okay.
Just
I can see
is a
now it
key-
is.
Site. So
Yeah.
look upon the ruins of the great site that surrounds you. I'm guessing. Yep. And despair. Now I'm just kind of squinting my eyes.
That's
yeah,
that's
that's
very good
despair.
squinting. That is despair.
Okay.
They're doing a little Percy Bysshe Shelley, hat tip there. Look upon my works, ye mighty, and despair.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Love the illusion.
Something great.
It's EEN. Or no. Yeah. The E with the dash is like an E sound.
I think
So
the thing that looked like a squashed bug is a period, also in case.
yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's at least four sentences in this.
That first letter in the last sentence. Or the second to last sentence, maybe?
Oh, so
The-
this is the name of the pharaoh. My name is Mario something. Look upon.
Maniozimus.
He's literally
Might be
doing the Ozymandias thing. And he is like, look up. My name is blah blah blah. Look upon the ruins of the great site that surrounds you and despair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say the word site is actually city, but otherwise you've got it.
Oh, that makes sense with the long E sound.
Yeah, that makes better sense also because I don't know why someone would write that
Mm-hmm.
arrogantly about a ruin.
Yeah.
About a ruin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ruins. Okay.
I mean, if you're willing to
so-
take the time to translate it, I'm going to let you take the time to translate it. But if you're close enough, I'll throw you a bone and not, correct the minor mistakes that you're going to make because of the blurry age of this image. Whatever word you want to put that, how you want to put that.
I am still struggling with some of these words for sure, but can maybe give us another couple minutes, and if we don't get it, then we can maybe make a roll about it or something.
Sure,
We're still stumped.
On the last sentence.
I'm here for your fun. If you're happy to continue to translate it,
I feel
that's
like we're close, as
fine.
long as everyone else is not too bored.
No, it's no, it's fun. It's fun.
Nice.
It is certainly unique.
It's as All-Star basically. I think you said this earlier. It is somehow fitting that the words are blurry. Metaphorically speaking.
Yep.
Um, it's on theme.
There you go. The module has aged over time.
Yeah. The great ruins of the module have decayed in the brutal winds of what is it? 30 years? 40? How old is this module? It's old. It's like one of the older ones, right? Like probably 40 years.
Wow.
Probably.
Did someone mention they got something on the last line or the last sentence or something?
Yeah, I'm trying to work on it. So far, I got it's like the last letter is like something like a WUMCSRR. There's like the double X's there. I can't find like.
Wonker.
The double X at the end is the pyramid, or is the period.
Something root is the last word in the second to last line. No, moot. Moot? No.
Second to
Moot
last.
key?
This was published in '82, by the way.
Oh, okay.
There's the unicorn sound. That's probably what you're talking about, Thardor. NUTE, but that's like an E where it sounds like an E. So it was some UT, Newty,
So
Rooty.
that's my up on the top left. So mighty, that's what it is.
Oh,
Yep.
nice. Mighty.
Because you see the city,
Nice.
the T has the same last two.
Mm-hmm.
So it's and that's probably ruins next. No?
Or like,
Mm-hmm.
if that's, yeah. It's like an N. Yep. Ruins.
So, third line starts off with her great magic.
Third line?
Yeah, third line down in the picture, not which is for third sentence as well. Her great magic.
Oh, yep, I see it. Her great magic.
I'm working on the double ribbon symbol there, which that's a W. Okay.
Yeah, it's a work, I think.
Minor correction. That's going to be here. Great magic.
Oh, right, because the E with the line on it is the double E sound.
Oh, yep. Here, great magic works. No. And no. No. It's wind.
What's that? What's that U
wind.
symbol? That's a U.
With a dot
A
on it?
U or E. It could be either.
Or
Yeah. I was just
Er.
keeping what it could be out.
Oh, sorry.
Wire.
I mean, it almost looks like it says wars.
Was maybe?
Like
There's no
war. Like,
R.
isn't that
I
an
There's
think
R
it's
at the, or is that an N?
I
I
think it's
think it's an
wine.
S. Oh, wines? But there's
Wind.
no I sound.
That's so my. If you look at it, oh yeah, no, there's a. I see the my is the same thing almost, except with an accent over it, which I
Here,
didn't notice.
great magics or great magic works or
I don't
here
see a
great
K.
magic work was
It is
words.
was. You can work on that other word.
Okay. Great magic something was. Hmm. Were. That second to last letter on the third row I am puzzling with. W U M. No. Once were. How is that a sentence though? I don't get here great magic something was.
I mean, I think they're having some fun with
Mhm.
slightly archaic syntax.
Mhm.
You want me to give you that one?
The last word definitely it starts with a W and ends with an S.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Okay. I was just about to type what the letters I've deciphered could be.
Ooh. Nice,
And
exciting.
you said the XX is the period, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
So the first letter is a W. The second letter could either be an U, an E, or a double O or OU sound. Third letter is an M, I think, is what that little squiggle in the middle. And then the
Mhm.
fourth letter is either a K or a C, and the fifth letter is a S, I believe.
Could that one be works if that M is an R?
It is
yeah.
works.
Oh, it works. Oh, nice.
And that is, it looks actually distinct from the last word on the third row. It looks like they're two separate words,
Yeah, they are.
but they're similar,
Yeah.
kinda.
So, uh, one
'Cause I-
is maybe works, and the other is work. Your great magic work was
You're stumbling on that. You want to give you that word?
sure.
Yeah.
It's great magic once was.
Once. Oh, WUNS. Once.
Oh man, I actually had U and S, but I couldn't phonetically sound it out.
I would have had a tough time getting that for sure. Even with all the letters. Okay, so here great magic once was. Okay, that is helpful. And then the last word is work. So we're just kind of on this last sentence, I feel like.
Last sentence, does that start with so or Sue? Two.
Ow. I think that sounds like an ow sound or an o. Oh no, so totally makes sense there. So, like you said.
And then the second one is definitely a U.
Yep. C, maybe for the
C.
third.
Now you see.
Arly. Is it early or hourly? So you see. I think it's only. Ow. Ow.
So what are you
Definitely.
reading to me? I'm sorry.
It's a hard O. That word says a hard O. The two circles with a line is a hard O.
So it'd be like ow.
So you see only
Yeah, that's
by
Oh.
or no, not
mighty.
by. That's only the.
Mm-hmm.
No, not is that
The
not.
mighty ruins, maybe
Yes.
Yep.
of
My work. Oh, something work. Something works.
Yeah, it works.
And it's not so. It was actually real closer before. It's actually now.
Oh. Oh. Now you see the mighty ruins of.
My works.
Is it my? It's got to be something a little longer, right? There's so many letters
Yeah.
there.
It's not my.
Mins.
Well, it ends with See, it ends with a
Men's?
Z. Mans.
Mans.
I was
Men's?
just thinking that.
Men's. But yes.
Wow.
So my name is Manazumis. Look upon the ruins of the great city that surrounds you and despair. Here great magic once was. Now you see only the mighty ruins of men's works.
Dang.
Cool.
It's true.
So
Mankind is so fleeting.
Now we know the name of the Ifrit.
Mmm.
So
Indeed.
let me I'll just type that into the thing to make sure
Yes.
you have it. Assuming I can actually play with this, and then I think like, all right, Gan already got it right. Blah, blah, blah,
Oh yeah,
blah, blah. Look upon the great city that surrounds you in despair. Here, what great magic once was. Now you see. Yep, that is correct. Okay,
I do all of this translating in Notepad. So
fair enough. Fair enough. Just making sure you heard my verbal correctly. So, okay. So you guys are huddled around this thing, translating, and you got it. We're like, hey, we got it. And then like the sand underneath you kind of gives way, and you all kind of slide down into the darkness, except for Claudius, who has been dutiful ignoring all of us. So I'm assuming he is not trying to translate it. So he's up top.
Oh, that's interesting.
See that? Your quietness paid off. Hold on. I want to grab you all. So, zoop. Let's do this. So, view scene. I want to put you guys here. And I want to put... Well, I want to put the camels and Claudius at the edge here. And yes, I understand. And you guys kind of slide down here. It's probably a bit longer than what is going to be posted here. You guys slide into the darkness. Paul, you're up top. You just see them slide into darkness. Obviously, Horgrim can say it is probably longer, the distance between you and the crayfish, because I didn't expect someone not to try to translate it. So I did not make it totally to scale. But it is what it is. Just goes to show to expect the unexpected. Does someone here have a torch or something they can light? Or is going to light?
Yeah. I think one of us at least has a
Or
torch.
casting a spell or whatever you're doing. Because otherwise, Horgrim's the only one who's going to see anything when when I pop you in here. So you said you were Malenko?
Yeah, and I could get prestidigitation ready first to get like a little tiny light going until I can use that light to start a lantern I have in my pack.
That's fine. And your lantern is like a standard torch, right? It's 3060 or whatever it is, yeah. Update token. That's fine. I'll just put you there. Okay, so you can all see each other now. All right, fair enough. So let's pull you in here. Activate.
well, at least we don't have to dig to find the city.
There you go. See that? always the optimist. I like that about my characters. So you can see a little bit because I mean it was some moonlight coming through, but you have a torch anyway. But anyway, you slide down. In front of you, you see a 100-foot dome of fitted stone above a broken flagstone floor. The entire dome slants to the southeast. Shifted dust and sand have spilled into this vast chamber where the dome has crumbled on the southeast side. On the west, there is a darkly stained dome that, I don't know why they describe it this way, that leans on top of a building that rises up majestically from the sand. Basically, what you're seeing is there's a dome in front of you. There is a crack in the dome that kind of leads into a building. And you can go there. I will say that sure, I would say even though it doesn't look that way, the crayfish and the camels are some 100 or so feet above you down this slide, right? So the crayfish can come down to get you. It looks like that, this slide was fairly gentle. You didn't take any damage coming down here. So you can get back up. It will be a little difficult, but it's like slow moving or difficult terrain or maybe a little slower than that. But it does look like you could get up there in time. You
I
don't
got
feel
an
like you're trapped down
idea.
here.
Hey, Mr. Dwarf guy, you're a good shooter with that crossbow thingy, right? Yeah. How far can it shoot?
About as far as we could see, and then some.
Okay. How much rope do you guys got? I know I got one.
What, you talking about leaving already?
No, I'm just thinking before we get him down here, we try to like get a rope up there and like tied to something to help us get up or down, Like we're gonna need our supplies if we're gonna go hunkering in there, know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I got rope.
Maybe we can make like a little, a line, like a tether or something from here to there.
Go tie it around the statue.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Yeah, you're thinking, and just kind of like shoves you around and jumping around all excited. Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, so who has rope?
I don't carry supplies of that nature. I'm a bit more adventurous than all that.
And he turns around and slaps you in the face. Idiot. And then he looks to Staff. And he just like instantly turns around and looks at Staff. Please tell me, big bad guy, you got some rope on you.
Yup.
Yeah.
I have 50 feet of rope, because I got an explorer's pack as part of my setup.
Yeah,
Duty.
most of the starter packs should have rope.
Well,
All right, well,
Horgrim, buddy, you got some too? Like so far we got 100 feet. That's of the 100
Oh, we
feet.
got 150. We got 150.
Yeah, cool. Do you
Right,
think
so,
you could lob a bolt or something that far, tied with that much rope weighted on the end of it?
I'm not sure.
I think you can.
This is a heavy
I know you
crossbow.
can, buddy. You got this. He kind of like starts massaging your shoulders and like leans in and like whispers. He's like, "You got this. You're the best. You can do it. You're so good." And like he starts to get like really uncomfortable.
Yeah, he's growling under his breath.
Mic off.
You now have bardic inspiration. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll try. I mean, it's not like I'm trying to hit a target. So the heavy crossbow has a max range of 200.
Yeah. And then I can get my bat thingy to fly over there and let our friend know what is going on if I just, we could write a note to him or something.
He's 100 foot. It's not like we can't yell up at him.
What? No, don't be yelling. We just fell through and shifted through the sand. What happens if yelling causes like an avalanche and they come down too?
Yeah, do what you're gonna do. I'll tie the ropes together.
All right, all right, cool. Yeah,
100,
and then
foot, 100-foot drop, 150-foot of rope. As long as the bolt can make it that far, towing the weight, we should be good.
yeah, and if not, the bat could fly it some of the way up if it like lands somewhere or something. If it can, I know. I'm hopeful. We got this. Where is the? There you go.
So yeah, 150-foot rope minus a few foot for knotting the lengths together, and get ready to lob a shot upwards.
And can our crawdaddy can he read?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh fuck yes. Okay, then this is gonna work great. So a little like bat just comes like flying over and stuff like that, and just like drops something on your head, and it's a note that says, "Oh, watch out, hide the camels, firing rope up at you, tie it to statue if you can, or just tie it to statue or something."
Tie rope to statue, put camels somewhere safe.
Mic on.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, buddy. Ooh,
I just have to
Finish it with
say
a
that my
roll.
kids have accused me for years for being a mean DM, but I do not think I would have you shoot the arrow up and hit the camel. That would just be too mean.
Well, if we know where it's way too easy to know where they are and aim in different directions.
I appreciate that you are thinking through it. I'm not saying not to. I just say I'm not that level of nastiness.
Oh, I am the same level of nastiness that you seem to be at. So this will be entertaining. See who can out nasty the other.
And and essentially, my hope is we could like tie it on our end and over there, and make a tight rope that Malenko can run up and down on, and hopefully like if anything shifts, we have like a solid way up and down.
Okay. So you shoot the arrow up. That's fine. Crossbows are pretty dang strong. So dink, and the crossbow lands on near the statue. Is our crayfish buddy? What are you doing?
Okay, so I'm gonna read the note. It's written on parchment, I take it.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna read the note, and when the rope gets there, I'm gonna tie the rope to the statue as
Okay.
best as I could,
Okay.
and then I'm going to the way I interpret this, I'm supposed to leave the camels here. So I'm going to tie the camels to the statue.
Okay.
Uh, you know, give them water
Okay.
in case we're gone for a long time.
Fair.
And then I'm going to rappel down the rope. Oh wait, no. Then I'm going to eat the note,
Well, it's
and
safe
then I'm
that
going to
way.
rappel down the rope.
I
Okay.
love it. And then while he's doing that, on our end, we're finding a secure place to like tie our rope off over here. And like Malenko's thinking like maybe a little bit higher, so like it could like a little tight rope, and he could just be like, "Oh, look at me, I'm performing again." But like,
Oh, there's some nice rocks on the ground right in front of where we're standing. It looks like.
Yeah, I put that to mark the rubble from the hole in the wall / dome area that you could get inside with.
Yeah, but it makes a convenient something to wrap a rope around. You make a little cat's cradle around the rock with the rope to secure this end of it.
I feel ya. Yeah. All right, tying it off.
Sure. And I know we're getting close to 3 hours. Do we want to stop here before we start tackling this for next time? Is that
Definitely.
Probably should. I mean, we can peek around the corner because I already see a couple of doors. We can peek around the corner right there.
sure? We can at least do
Yeah.
that. We can at least peek around the corner. 1 second. Let me get the
Alright.
description real quick. And make
And
sure
by the
I'm
way,
And
for the record, I don't think I'm seeing night vision again because I'm only seeing like here. I can
hold
ping
on. Let me
from
look at your
here.
token. Maybe it's a. I thought I copy pasted your token. God dang it.
Yeah, it's. I think you have to go into the master token in the right menu instead of editing the one that's in play.
It does say when I look at yours, it says uh, distance token can see without any light 60 feet. Here, let me just do this for a second.
Is the corner of the room right here where I'm pinging?
Hold up. I'm just going to do this. 0, 0, update. So I turned off Hatchet Man's light. Do you see anything?
Okay, yeah, I do.
Okay.
It's just not showing up like it normally does, so I was confused.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit funky. All right, 1 second. Let me turn it back on again. 60 and 30 bright. Ooh, or whatever it is. Yep, there we go. All right, so let me get to the thing. So what do you see when you look in there? You see right, you see that, you walk in, you see to the west. So basically there is a some of the sand spills into the room you in. So to the west, the base of the sand pile laps against a three. 1 second. Yep. You see. 1 second. Let me. I'm getting confused by my own map. There we go. Basically, you're coming to what is basically the entry ports of a once magnificent temple. Now you see that the platform that you're standing on has rubble strewn about it. You see marble pillars that are supporting a domed roof. And in the center of the far wall, you see two huge doors of stained bronze, partially open. And that seems like a good place to leave it.
Yep, these are the pillars here.
Yes, they're the pillars.
Okay, they look like sundials. I'm like, that's a lot of sundials.
Yeah, sorry. I had to figure out some. I didn't go around and did I draw the pillars? I couldn't find something that was pillory, and I think I forgot to draw the lines around the sundials to make them look from like pillars from line of sight point of view.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt to do.
I might do it later when I'm bored, but you get the idea.
You're actually inspiring me to find some other 1E modules and update them.
I gotta say, I mean, I've done some 5e. I've done a lot of 1e. I've done it because like a lot of times earlier I was doing a lot of these with my kids, so I've done a few. Yeah, it's been fun. Or I've done converted ones that they already did.
I mean, I started on one. I can't remember which one it was now, but I started on one adventure, but I just discontinued it because it's a little difficult because it's like got a whole city that you have to explore first.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, well we'll stop it here before we really get deep into this, and I'll see you all in a week. So I hope you enjoyed doing a whole night of translating words. Um, Hopefully it doesn't get too tedious, and if you get ones that are like really, because there is some that are like pretty freaking long. So like you guys said, if you want to do rolls at some point, since you have the translation, if it gets to be too much, just let me know.
Well, that's why,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm actively attempting to learn the language, and I will at some point be able to take the feat or whatever in order to actually take it.
You guys are getting these pretty quickly. I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah,
Thank you for
very
the
fun.
game, and thanks everybody. And